Welcome to the University of Idaho's Master Calendar System. Before you use this form, remember that only events that are sponsored by a recognized college, department, student organization, or affiliated organization will be published on the university's calendars. The submission form will require you to identify the sponsor of your event, and the calendar publisher may confirm your event with the sponsor prior to publication. The calendar system is managed by a number of calendar editors. For a complete list of calendar editors, go to the Calendar Support, Editors and Publishers page on the main menu. Some of the university's colleges and departments use specialized submission forms that meet their specific needs. If you are using one of these forms, you may find additional fields that you must complete. For more information on a specific unit submission form, check with the unit's calendar editor. To begin a new event submission, enter your full name, email address, and phone number. This information is required so that the calendar editor or publisher can reach you to confirm details for your event. You will receive a confirmation email at the address that you provide, so be sure to use one that you check regularly. Select the type of location for your event. The Master Calendar System has hundreds of commonly used venues, rooms, and outdoor spaces. This includes records for the Moscow campus, surrounding community, and the university's other campuses statewide. You'll find it easy to search for the place your event will use by simply starting to type any part of the name in the location field. If your event is planned for a location that is not in the list, you can select Non-University Location. This will provide a free text field. In this case, you should be as specific as possible so your event will be easy to find. Remember, you are responsible for securing a venue for your event prior to submitting it. The calendar publisher and editors will not publish events unless they have confirmation that its location has been authorized by the facility manager. Events will not be published with to-be-determined locations. The event title field is the name of your event. It should be descriptive enough to be recognized by the people you want to attend, but short enough so that it doesn't wrap to several lines in a calendar view. The start date can be set by picking a date with the mini calendar tool or by setting the month, day, and year fields. You can select all day for events to indicate that the event spans an entire 24-hour period, such as a holiday or multiple day conference. Alternatively, you can set the start time of the event using the hour and minute fields. Note that the default time zone is Pacific time. For events occurring in other time zones, you should check with your calendar editor. You can set the length of your event by two methods. Setting the duration in hours and minutes will automatically establish the end time for the event. You can also click on the Specify End link and set the end time of the event using hour and minute fields. If your event will be repeated in a regular pattern, you can save yourself work by setting a daily, weekly, or annual repeat. If your event is repeated in an irregular pattern, you will have to submit multiple events. Your calendar editor can help you in this process by copying your event and changing the dates and time. The audience field should be set to the people you most want to reach with your event. It's best to be as selective as possible with this field, since simply selecting all will mean your event appears in calendar views where it might not make sense. Remember, the publisher and editors have the authority to change the selection you place in this field. The Colleges and Units field should indicate your event's affiliation with the university. This is a required field, so you must select an option before you can submit your event. If you aren't sure which option to select, you should check with your calendar editor before submitting the event. Type of event is a field used to filter displays throughout the university's website. The field is not required, so you need not select a value if you aren't sure where your event may fit. Definitions and examples of these types can be found in the Calendar Support section of the event's website. The calendar publisher and editors have the authority to add or change the values in this field prior to publication. The Notes field is where you enter the description of your event. You can place plain text and HTML code in this field, but you should keep your description short for best results. If your event has a lot of complex details, it is a good idea to publish a web page and use the web link field to get to it. Remember to use the full URL in this field, or it may not work when published. If you have completed all required fields, you'll see a summary of your event when you click on the button labeled Next. Clicking on the button labeled Back will give you a chance to edit your event before submission. When you click on Submit, your event will be sent to the calendar publisher and then forwarded to appropriate calendar editors if necessary. You will receive a confirmation of your submission at the email address you provided. You should save this message as it will provide a link for you to later withdraw and cancel your event if necessary. You can also submit additional events by clicking on the Submit Another button. The calendar publisher and editors will review your submission within 2 business days. You'll be contacted if additional information is required.